Good afternoon, Ocean Club members. I'm here with mold expert, Superior Mold Expert, Alfred, and his team, and I want to give you an update on the progression of the mold that we are encountering. And unfortunately, we have to put these masks on, so we're going to try to speak loudly as we walk through the coral room, which is the first room that we've done the mold remediation. So let's go ahead and go in. In this room is really where we identified the first mold area, which was right here in this section, and Alfred believes that we have a roof leak, which has been confirmed by Warren and a roofer, that we have a leak up here in this corner of the room. And I'll let you take it from here, Alfred, if you would.
Yeah, so basically this whole area was saturated. So out of the 15 years I've been doing this, this was the worst because it actually came off easily. If you guys see over in this area, this is your, I think you call it your lounge.
Right, this is the transition to the
You
lounge
can
area.
actually, if you want, you can actually see that on the lounge wall, the mold also. Now you see little white areas, that's where we actually, because we have to clean these areas. So that all the white was where the black mold was, Scotchy Botrytis. Now what we're putting, we also have another issue that was in this corner. Casey, this corner had mold that's in your, what do you call this room?
That's the palm room.
The palm room. It was in this corner and also in that end right there, right by the window. It was from here down. Now the whiteness that you see, that's the antimicrobial that we're putting over. We have to put that on there. That's basically prevents mold growth for up to 10 years if we apply it correctly.
And one of the problems here is that when we did the pool project last year, when we put in the new hurricane windows, this room we didn't put windows in because obviously we had remodeled this room in years past with hurricane windows, and that's why we don't have shutters here. So this area wasn't exposed, and there would be no way to know that mold was originating over here in the northwest corner and then permeated throughout the room. So right now they're applying an antibacterial paint microbial, sorry, paint to go ahead to contain this room before we move into the adjacent palm room, and then ultimately we have found quite a bit of mold deterioration in the lounge room, which we'll go to next. Okay, so we are in the lounge now on the other side of the coral room, where obviously you can see that we've contained the coral room, and once we're finished there, we'll start moving into this room next week. So, Alfred, do you want to give an observation of what you saw here?
Yeah, there's a couple issues. One is, I gotta walk around far, sorry. One is you can actually see the staining where the mold is bleeding through. Right here. Now a lot of people will think, well, maybe it's from this. No, that's actually the area that I showed you guys from the other side bleeding through the wallpaper. And then you also got dark marks up under here. Now the reason why I don't want to pull it is because I don't want to stir it up until we're ready to.
So Alfred, one of your concerns also is the possible mold growth on this side
wall.
of the wall.
Yeah, we'll know that by Monday.
Okay, so we'll give an update after we figure that out. And we do believe that there is some type of leak that was running along the seam of the roof line. And when the water drains down, there is, what did you call that, the transitional pace?
Yeah.
Where we think that there's the leak is
The
also manifesting itself down into behind these coolers. So we'll know on Monday when we pull this out. So one of the original concerns when we started this process was that we felt that this wall here had quite a bit of moisture. And I'm speaking very loudly because we've got 3 large dehumidifiers in this room trying to take the moisture out. But what Alfred had found through his little, what's the device?
The relative humidity or the moisture meter?
Both.
Moisture meter from this one.
Right, so we checked this wall here,
in the infrared camera.
And we found that this wall here is saturated.
As you see, blackness all around here. And it actually goes right to here too. When we pull back on the baseboards, you actually have a lot of mold behind the baseboards. So we put it back. So right now, without these deep views, your relative humidity will be through the roof, above 60%. Anything over 60% will create the mold growth that was all over your chairs and your contents within the room.
So one of the issues that we also found that's complicating the matters is we found quite a bit of saturation at the baseboard working its way up. However, we thought that the water could possibly be coming in from the outside because of the caulking that had been put on the building when the building was first put together, and where we have the paver stones meeting the concrete. We felt that the water being driven from the west was driving into these cracks and saturating into the drywall. However, what we have found is that we have water damage and saturation way above any area in which the rain could have driven in to affect that. So therefore we know that we have a roof leak, and we have a roof leak on this side of the building as well. So we have to figure out what the issue is causing the leaks on the roof before we really can replace the drywall once we pull the drywall back and expose the walls to see where the damage is and how far it has progressed. Okay, so we're outside the pineapple room, and at this point we can't really go inside because they've got the walls exposed. But Alfred is going to come on out, and he's going to take the phone and he's going to videotape what's going on here. Alfred! All right.
Hey guys,
All right.
please don't mind the mess, but as you see, we removed where the built-in was, caused it a leak right there. It's old. Then we actually removed this wall. We also removed all the tops. The reason why we removed the tops is because there was no insulation, so there was mold growth up on the tops. And then when we come to the east wall, we removed the east wall because of old water damage. Everything in this room was dry. Please don't mind the mess. We're in the middle of a remediation right now. I'm gonna pass you over to Joe.
So 3.5 years ago when I first got here, there was a leak in the pineapple room that it seemed that nobody knew about or was too concerned about until Warren ended up fixing the leak. And as you can see, behind the break front, the wood that we pulled out has all mold behind it, and unfortunately this could not be salvaged. And again, not visible to the eye if you were just in the room looking at the furniture, but obviously all behind the scenes type of mold and bacteria that we're dealing with now. So in conclusion, the Superior Mold team has been doing an outstanding job, and once we get the mold remediation complete here in the pineapple room, we'll have a better understanding of when we can get the roof fixed and the drywall up. But the goal at this point is to have the clubhouse open with the ocean room, the casual room, and hopefully then we can get the lounge area back up and running as quickly as possible. But we'll give you an update early next week, and we hope that we'll have better news at that point. So thank you.